Before we dive into the number one food that can strengthen your bones, let's first understand what osteoporosis really is. Because once you see how it works, you'll understand why this food is so powerful. Osteoporosis literally means porous bones. As we get older, our bones lose density, they become thinner, weaker, and more fragile. Imagine a sturdy brick wall slowly turning into a wall made of chalk. From the outside it looks the same, but inside it's crumbling. Now who is most at risk? Women after menopause because of dropping estrogen levels, men over 65, especially those who are less active, anyone with a family history of fractures, people who don't get enough calcium, vitamin D or protein, smokers, heavy drinkers, or those living a sedentary lifestyle. So if you fit into any of these groups, and most of us over 60 do, then osteoporosis is something you absolutely need to pay attention to. The scary part is, osteoporosis is called the silent disease. You don't feel your bones getting weaker. There are no warning signs until one day a simple slip, cough, or bend leads to a fracture. A fractured hip can keep you in bed for months. A fractured spine can shrink your height, cause chronic pain, and limit mobility. For many seniors, just one fracture can mean losing independence, moving into assisted living, or worse. But here's the empowering part. Osteoporosis is not a guaranteed part of aging. With the right nutrition and lifestyle, you can slow it down, even strengthen your bones and protect yourself. And that's where our number one food comes in, because it gives your body the exact building blocks it needs to fight this process naturally. So now that you know why bone health is so important, let's reveal the food that doctors and nutrition experts agree is one of the most powerful allies against weak bones. Now let's get to the question you've been waiting for. What is the number one food that improves weak bones and helps fight osteoporosis? Some people think it's milk. Others say it's spinach. Or maybe almonds. All of those are helpful, but there's one food that stands above the rest, because it gives you a powerful combination of nutrients your bones absolutely need. That food is sardines, especially when eaten with the bones. Now I know what you're thinking. Sardines? Really? But hear me out. Sardines are one of the most underrated superfoods for bone health. Here's why sardines are so powerful. Calcium. Sardines with their soft, edible bones are loaded with natural calcium. Unlike supplements, this calcium is highly bioavailable, meaning your body absorbs and uses it effectively. Just one small can of sardines can give you as much calcium as a glass of milk. Vitamin D. Calcium alone isn't enough. Without vitamin D, your body can't absorb calcium properly. Sardines naturally contain vitamin D, which is rare in foods. This is why they're so unique. They provide calcium and the vitamin D to help your body use it. Protein. Strong bones need more than minerals, they need protein. Sardines are an excellent source of high-quality protein that helps build the collagen framework inside your bones. Omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats reduce inflammation, which is linked to bone loss and joint pain. They also support overall joint health. Trace minerals. Sardines also give you phosphorus, selenium, magnesium, and even B vitamins, all of which work together to keep bones and muscles strong. Think of your bones like a house. Calcium is the bricks, protein is the wooden framework, vitamin D is the construction worker that puts it all together, and omega-3 sub are like the weatherproofing that protects the house. Sardines give you all of that in one small package. Now some people say, I'll just take a calcium pill. But here's the issue. Calcium supplements by themselves don't always absorb well, and in some cases too much can even cause problems like kidney stones. Sardines give you calcium with vitamin D and protein in the natural balance your body understands, making them far more effective. Aren't sardines too fishy? Many brands offer milder tasting sardines packed in olive oil or tomato sauce. Aren't they high in mercury? Sardines are small fish low on the food chain, so they contain very little mercury, making them one of the safest fish to eat regularly. What if I don't like fish? You can mash sardines into spreads, add them to salads, or mix them with sauces you often won't even taste them. And here's another bonus. Sardines are incredibly affordable compared to other fish or supplements, and they don't spoil quickly because they're usually canned. That means you can always keep a few in your pantry for a quick, bone-strengthening meal. Imagine this: by simply eating sardines 2 or 3 times a week, you're giving your bones the exact nutrients they need to stay strong, flexible, and resistant to fractures. That's a small habit with a huge impact on your independence and quality of life. Now that we know sardines are the #1 food for stronger bones, the next big question is how do you eat them the right way to get the maximum benefit without overdoing it? That's what we'll cover next. Now that we know sardines are a bone-strengthening powerhouse, the next step is just as important, how you eat them. Because the truth is, even the healthiest food won't help if it's not consumed the right way. Let's break it down so you can get the maximum bone-building benefits from sardines. 1. Choose the right type of sardines. Canned with bones, always choose sardines where the soft bones are still intact. That's where the calcium is. The bones are safe, edible, and usually soft enough to mash with a fork. Packed in water or olive oil, look for sardines packed in water for fewer calories, or olive oil for added healthy fats. Avoid those packed in soybean or other refined oils, which can cause inflammation. Low sodium option. Many seniors need to watch blood pressure, so choose no added salt or low sodium versions if available. Wild caught if possible. Wild sardines tend to have higher nutrient density and lower toxins compared to farmed. 2. Serving size. How much should you eat? A typical can of 3.75 ounces or an approximate of 100 grams of sardines gives you approximately 325 milligrams of calcium, between 22 to 24 grams protein, and between 200 to 300 international unit of vitamin D. For seniors, eating 2-3 cans per week is a safe, effective way to boost bone health without overdoing it. Don't worry, you don't need them every single day. Consistency over time is what strengthens bones, and remember, it's never too late. Even if you've already been told you have weak bones, your body is still capable of rebuilding and strengthening when you give it the right care. Every can of sardines, every walk in the sun, every night of good sleep, it all adds up to stronger, healthier bones. And if you watched my last video about 4 worst fishes you should never touch and the 4 you must eat, you'll remember, we talked about how small daily habits can completely transform your health. This is exactly the same idea, tiny consistent steps that over time make your bones and your whole body stronger. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll link it here and in the description so you can continue building on today's lesson. 3. Best time to eat sardines. With a meal, eating sardines with other foods helps your body absorb nutrients better. For example, pairing with vitamin C, rich foods like tomatoes, bell peppers, or citrus fruits improves calcium absorption. Earlier in the day, some people prefer lunch or early dinner since sardines can feel heavy at night. Spread it out. Instead of eating multiple cans in one sitting, spread them across the week for steady nutrient support. 4. Pairing sardines with other foods for maximum bone health. To really supercharge the benefits, pair sardines with complementary foods that enhance absorption and bone strength. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, collards, provide vitamin K2, which helps calcium go into the bones instead of arteries. Citrus and berries, vitamin C helps your body make collagen, the protein framework of bones. Whole grains and legumes add magnesium and phosphorus, both essential for bone strength. Healthy fats, olive oil, avocado, nuts, improve absorption of fat-soluble vitamin D. 5. Easy ways to add sardines into meals. On whole grain toast with avocado or tomato slices. Mixed into salads with leafy greens, cucumber and olive oil dressing. Mashed into a spread with Greek yogurt, lemon juice, and herbs, served on crackers. Added to pasta dishes or rice bowls for extra protein and minerals. Blended into tomato sauce or soups where the flavor is mild and hidden, perfect if you don't love the fishy taste. 6. Mistakes to avoid when eating sardines. Throwing away the bones. Remember, the bones are the main source of calcium. Mash them in. Choosing high-sodium brands. Too much salt can counteract bone health by causing calcium loss in urine. Overeating daily. While healthy, too much can cause digestive discomfort or excess sodium intake. Stick to 2-3 cans per week. Eating them fried. Deep frying destroys some nutrients and adds unhealthy fats. Stick to canned, grilled, or lightly sautéed. I get it, not everyone enjoys the taste of sardines. But don't worry, you can still apply these principles. Canned salmon with bones, similar calcium plus vitamin D benefits. Kefir or Greek yogurt, great for calcium, protein, and probiotics. Fortified plant milks, soy, almond, oat. Look for ones with added calcium and vitamin D. Leafy greens plus vitamin D from sunlight or supplements if fish really isn't an option. So the secret isn't just knowing sardines are good for you, it's knowing how to eat them smartly, consistently, and paired with the right foods. By making sardines a regular but balanced part of your diet, you're giving your bones the fuel they need to stay strong and resilient. Now that you know the right way to consume this powerful food, let's explore some supporting foods and nutrients that work alongside sardines to give your bones even more strength. Now, while sardines are the #1 food to fight weak bones, the truth is no single food works alone. Bones are like a team. They need different players working together. So let's go over some other powerful foods and nutrients that support bone strength and work hand in hand with sardines. Leafy greens, vitamin K and magnesium powerhouses. Spinach, kale, collard greens, bok choy, and Swiss chard are rich in vitamin K, which helps direct calcium into your bones instead of your arteries. They also contain magnesium, another mineral that supports bone density. Simple tip: add a cup of cooked leafy greens to your lunch or dinner daily. Even tossing spinach into scrambled eggs or blending kale into a smoothie counts. 2. Dairy and fermented dairy, calcium plus probiotics. Low-fat yogurt, kefir and cheese provide calcium and protein, both crucial for bone structure. Fermented dairy like kefir and yogurt also give you probiotics which help improve nutrient absorption in your gut. If you're lactose intolerant, many lactose-free or plant-based milks are fortified with calcium and vitamin D. 3. Nuts and seeds, healthy fats plus minerals. Almonds, chia seeds, flax seeds and sesame seeds are great sources of healthy fats, magnesium and phosphorus. These minerals support bone structure while the fats reduce inflammation. Sprinkle a handful of nuts on your salad or stir seeds into yogurt or oatmeal. 4. Citrus fruits and berries, vitamin C for collagen. Your bones aren't just calcium, they're about 30% collagen, a protein that gives bones flexibility. Vitamin C from oranges, lemons, strawberries, and blueberries helps your body make collagen. A simple habit: enjoy a bowl of berries or an orange with breakfast. This not only boosts bone health but also keeps your immune system strong. 5. Beans and lentils, plant-based protein plus minerals. Black beans, chickpeas, and lentils provide protein, magnesium, zinc, and fiber. They're especially great for seniors looking to reduce red meat but still keep protein intake high. Add beans to soups, stews, or salads a few times a week for a bone-friendly protein boost. 6. Eggs, vitamin D and protein, in one package. Egg yolks naturally contain vitamin D, though in smaller amounts than sardines. They're also rich in protein. A simple omelet with spinach and cheese makes a perfect bone-friendly breakfast. 7. Fortified foods, a backup option. If you don't get enough sunlight or fish, look for foods fortified with calcium and vitamin D, such as fortified orange juice, cereals, or plant-based milks. Just check the label to make sure the nutrients are added. Here's a quick example of a bone-friendly meal: sardine and leafy green salad with kale, olive oil, and lemon juice. A side of lentil soup. A small bowl of yogurt with berries and chia seeds for dessert. That's a complete meal packed with calcium, vitamin D, protein, magnesium, and vitamin C, all the building blocks your bones crave. So you see, strengthening your bones isn't about one magic pill, it's about building a diet rich in different nutrients that work together. Sardines may be the star player, but when you combine them with leafy greens, nuts, fruits, and other bone-boosting foods, you're creating a powerful defense system against osteoporosis. And speaking of defense, food is just one side of the equation. Your daily habits, like how you move, how much sun you get, and even how you sleep, play a huge role in bone strength. Let's talk about those lifestyle habits next. Now, eating bone-friendly foods like sardines and leafy greens is powerful, but food alone can't do the job. Your bones also respond to how you live, how you move, how much sunlight you get, how you sleep, and even how you handle stress. Let's go over the lifestyle habits that work together with diet to keep your bones strong for life. 1. Weight-bearing exercise. Bones need stress to stay strong. Bones are living tissue. They respond to stress. When you put gentle weight on them, they build more density. This is why weight-bearing exercise is so important. Examples: walking, dancing, climbing stairs, light jogging, even carrying grocery bags or gardening can count. Aim for at least 30 minutes a day, 5 times a week, but start slow if you're not used to it. Even 10-minute walks, 2 or 3 times a day, add up. 2. Strength training. Don't skip the muscles. Muscles and bones are best friends. Strong muscles help pull on your bones in a healthy way, stimulating them to stay dense. Plus, strength training improves balance and reduces fall risk. Use light dumbbells, resistance bands, or even bodyweight exercises like squats and wall push-ups. For seniors, 2 to 3 sessions per week of light resistance training can make a world of difference. Remember, you don't need heavy weights, just consistency. 3. Balance and flexibility exercises. Preventing falls. Osteoporosis is dangerous, not just because bones are weaker, but because falls become more dangerous. That's why balance and flexibility are critical. Try yoga, tai chi, or simple balance exercises like standing on one leg while holding a chair for support. Stretching daily keeps your joints flexible and helps prevent accidents. Just 10 minutes of balance training daily can reduce fall risk dramatically. 4. Sunlight exposure, natural vitamin D. Vitamin D is the key that unlocks calcium absorption. Without it, even a calcium-rich diet won't help much. The best source? The sun. Aim for 10-20 minutes of sunlight on your arms and face, at least 3 times a week. Early morning or late afternoon is safest for skin. If you live in a place with little sun, consider a vitamin D supplement after talking with your doctor. 5. Sleep. The forgotten bone builder. Sleep isn't just rest, it's when your body repairs and rebuilds, including your bones. Poor sleep is linked to lower bone density. Aim for about 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Keep a regular schedule, avoid screens before bed, and create a calm bedtime routine. Think of sleep as your body's construction crew. It can't repair your bones if you don't give it time. 6. Stress management. Protecting hormone balance. Chronic stress raises cortisol, a hormone that actually weakens bones by leaching calcium from them. Relaxation practices like deep breathing, meditation, prayer, or simply spending time in nature can help. Even listening to calming music or calling a loved one lowers stress. Protecting your mind is just as important as protecting your body. 7. Avoiding bone-damaging habits. To truly protect your bones, it's also important to know what to avoid. Smoking directly weakens bone tissue. Excess alcohol interferes with calcium absorption. Too much caffeine or soda can increase calcium loss in urine. You don't need to eliminate coffee completely, but keep it to 1-2 cups per day, and balance with calcium-rich foods. Here's what a bone-strengthening day could look like. Morning 10-minute sunlight walk, plus a balanced breakfast with sardines or eggs. Afternoon, light strength training or yoga. Evening, relax with stretching, a balanced dinner, and a calming bedtime routine for good sleep. Small steps like these, repeated daily, create powerful changes over time. Remember, bones may weaken with age, but they're never too old to get stronger. By combining a bone-friendly diet with daily movement, sunlight, sleep, and stress control, you're giving your bones every chance to stay strong, flexible, and unbreakable. Now that we've covered lifestyle, let's talk about the signs that tell you when it's time to check in with your doctor, because sometimes your bones may need professional attention. Now, even with the best diet and lifestyle, it's important to know when it's time to get professional help. Osteoporosis is called the silent disease for a reason. You often don't notice it until something serious happens. But if you catch it early, you can prevent fractures and protect your independence. 1. When to get a bone density scan. DEXA test. One of the best tools we have is a DEXA scan, which measures bone density. Doctors usually recommend it for women over 65, men over 70. Anyone over 50 who's had a fracture from a simple fall, or if you have risk factors like smoking, long-term steroid use, or family history of osteoporosis. The scan is quick, painless, and gives you a clear picture of your bone health. 2. Warning signs. You shouldn't ignore. Sometimes your body gives you little hints that your bones are weakening. Watch out for sudden back pain or loss of height, could indicate spinal fractures, a stooped or hunched posture, bones that break too easily from minor bumps or falls, ongoing joint or bone pain that doesn't improve. These are signs you should speak with your doctor as soon as possible. 3. Talk to your doctor about nutrient deficiencies. Even if you're eating a healthy diet, some people don't absorb nutrients well. Seniors are especially at risk for low vitamin D, calcium, or magnesium levels. A simple blood test can check for deficiencies, and your doctor can recommend supplements if needed. 4. Medication options. When diet and lifestyle aren't enough, in some cases, especially if you already have osteoporosis, your doctor may suggest medications that slow down bone loss or help rebuild bone. These aren't for everyone, but they can be life-changing if your bones are very fragile. Remember, medication should always be paired with healthy habits, not replace them. Don't see going to the doctor as a weakness, it's a sign of strength. The sooner you know your bone health status, the more power you have to protect yourself. Think of it like checking the foundation of a house. If you catch small cracks early, you can fix them before the whole wall collapses. So now that you know when to see a doctor and what signs to watch out for, let's wrap everything together with a motivational close, because protecting your bones is really about protecting your future. We've covered a lot today. What osteoporosis is, the number one food that strengthens bones, how to eat it the right way, the supporting foods and habits that protect you, and when to see a doctor. But at the heart of it all is one simple truth: you are not powerless against weak bones. Imagine this: walking confidently without fear of falling, picking up your grandchild or great-grandchild without worrying about breaking a bone, traveling, gardening, or dancing because your body feels strong enough to support you. That's what strong bones give you: freedom, independence, and quality of life. And the steps we talked about today can help you protect all of that. Remember, it's never too late. Even if you've already been told you have weak bones, your body is still capable of rebuilding and strengthening when you give it the right care. Every can of sardines, every walk in the sun, every night of good sleep, it all adds up to stronger, healthier bones. So here's my challenge for you. This week, try adding sardines or one of the supporting foods into your meals. Take a short daily walk, even if it's just 10 minutes, and make one small change that supports your bone health. Then come back and share your experience in the comments below. I'd love to hear what step you're taking. And don't forget, this isn't just about you. Share this video with a friend, sibling, or neighbor who's a senior. Because the truth is, so many people suffer from osteoporosis simply because they don't know these small but powerful steps. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I make videos every week on senior health and wellness, practical tips to help you age with strength, grace, and confidence. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and remember, your bones are your foundation. Protect them and they will carry you through a longer, healthier, and more independent life.